All right, guys, here we go. The daily debate question for today is, what is Tyron Woodley's place among welterweights all time? YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, follow along. I want to hear your thoughts as well at some point today. Here are your choices. Is he the GOAT? And I know there's someone out there that doesn't know what that means. Greatest of all time. Is he behind GSP? Is he behind GSP and Matt Hughes? Or is he outside the top 5? Go first, Goes.
When we talk about GOAT, I'm still going to have GSP there. When I break down those two people, the one thing that I look at over and over is, even though GSP didn't have all the finishes in the world, he left no doubt when he was doing that. And Tyron has a few fights where he left doubt. It's the only thing that separates those two from me. Right after him, Tyron Woodley. That's his spot. But I think he's creeping on GSP's spot. And I have a feeling it's going to get settled mano a mano.
Oh, really? You think it's going to be Woodley and GSP?
I think it'll happen.
Oh, wow. All right. How about you, Dan Tom?
I don't know. I got George St. Pierre as my GOAT. His resume is kind of hard to combat at any angle, really. But I still have Matt Hughes up there. I'm a guy that I appreciate the classic muscle car more than the new car. And people are like, oh, the new car has AC and has electric. It has all these new features. And I'm like, that's true. But it'll be outdated within the next year. At a certain point, we do have to cherish what's there. But yes, at a certain point, to counter that, we have to go with the facts. And the facts are, Hughes has 2 title runs compared to Woodley's 1. He had to lose his title, regain it, and have 2 runs. And having 1 run is hard enough to do. Even within those runs, he faced adversity in some of those fights. BJ Penn, one of his last successful defenses, had to face adversity, come back to leave no doubt. Facing multiple generations of guys like Sakurai, Carlos Newton, Hoist Gracie, but then, of course, still facing the Joe Riggs, the George St. Pierres, the BJ Penns. Tyron Woodley's faced 2 eras too, the cost checks and whatnot, and you can kind of, put an angle on those into when he caught those guys. But Woodley has faced multiple eras. He's just not there yet. In my opinion, he's creeping on Matt Hughes' spot, but I need to see more from Woodley. Kind of like Goes alluded to, I hate to nitpick because I picked Woodley to win this past weekend. I'm so happy for him. I'm glad he's finally getting his due. But if we're having this debate and we do have to nitpick, there were some fights you can argue that, well, did that really go his way or not with certain judges' scorecards or the surrounding circumstances of the fight, if you really want to nitpick. I think Woodley still needs a couple more solid defenses. If he gets that 1 mano a mano to George St. Pierre, I think that really shakes up this whole argument. But right now, I got Woodley number 3.
Oof, okay.
So right behind Hughes and St. Pierre, I guess would be my vote.
I think that on Saturday, Woodley overtook Matt Hughes, but he stands behind GSP. So I guess I'm with you. I don't think he's the GOAT. I also don't think he needs to match GSP in terms of how many title defenses he has to be the GOAT. That was a great analogy, by the way, with the muscle car and the more current stuff that happens, like I was trying to throw in there, Sirius XM 360 XL and Apple Play.
Yep.
I'm more that guy a little bit, and the sport evolves, but the athletes get better. Somebody pop in UFC 1. Pop in UFC 10 and watch the level of competition. It's nowhere what you see now, but at that time, it was awesome. All right, here's how the voting came in. 51% said behind GSP. That was the number 1 answer. 30% behind GSP and Hughes. And then we go to outside the top 5. Y'all dumb, in my opinion. I don't believe that. 12% there. 7 actually said the GOAT. I would also disagree with those, but that's not nearly as crazy as outside the top 5. 1,533 of you voted. Thank you very much for participating in today's daily debate.